This video explores biblical prophecy, history, and theological interpretations. The ideas discussed represent religious perspectives and are not predictions of specific future events. What if an ancient ritual from the Hebrew Scriptures held clues to what's happening in our world right now? You won't believe how the Red Heifer mystery is drawing attention among scholars and prophecy watchers, with some thinking it ties into bigger spiritual changes as we move through the mid-2020s. Picture the ashes of this perfect animal as a symbol of purification and fresh starts, a chance that raises big questions about our faith, the past, and what's ahead. Friends, this isn't set in stone. It's a call to look at prophetic ideas with hearts wide open. Could it point to redemption getting closer? Or just shine light on eternal truths? Come along as we dig into this fascinating puzzle together. Let me set the scene. A peaceful ranch in Texas, glowing under morning sun. Back in 2022, 5 little red calves come into the world, their hides a flawless deep crimson like treasures from another time. Jump to early 2026 and these heifers are grown, raised with great care under exact rules, then sent over to Israel's rolling hills. Why all the effort? In Hebrew ways, they stand for the para aduma, a sign of cleansing linked to old laws. But the tale gets richer from here. Word gets out, and folks start wondering, might this complete a ritual lost for ages? See a scholar bent over old scrolls, linking threads from Moses' days to ours. Each step, their landing, their maturing, stirs a soft buzz of expectation. And quietly in the background, area voices murmur, is it a calm faith journey? Or something that sparks deeper thought? Hang tight, there's more to uncover. These heifers are no ordinary cows. They're signs of a riddle that draws us in, mixing belief with history's current. Now, let's blend this story with solid insight. See the red heifer as a link between old writings and today. In Numbers chapter 19, there's the guide for the para aduma. In Hebrew, para is cow. Aduma, from the root adm, tying together Adam, human, Adom, red, and Adama, ground, forging a symbol between us, the soil, and blood's hue. It's a deep faith weave, hinting at life, downfall, and renewal, like faint calls from Eden where blood and dirt blend in redemption's tale. Red, earth, Adam, blood. It crafts a strong thread from creation through our fall to redemption's promise. And this is where things get interesting. In history, Jewish lore in Mishnah Para 3-5 lists 9 heifers from Moses to the Second Temple days. We don't know the last one's exact date, but it was long before the temple fell in 70 AD. Cleansing rites were key in Second Temple times. Dead Sea Scrolls texts reveal how purity rules deeply formed that era's faith life, with steps mirroring the red heifer's part. Now, today, those 5 heifers landing in Israel in 2022 stirred curiosity. By early 2026, they're at the right age for the rite by old standards, if things line up. But let's keep it even. In Jewish view, this rite is core to temple ways. It needs a spotless heifer, unyoked, killed, and burned beyond the camp. Ashes mix with water to wash away unclean states. In Christian eyes, though, it shifts. Look at Hebrews 9:13-14. If goats and bull's blood and heifer ashes sprinkled on the defiled make the body pure, how much more Christ's blood cleans our inner selves from dead acts to serve the living God. So the red heifer hints ahead to Christ's full sacrifice, bringing lasting, deeper clean. Picture dawn at the Temple Mount, stones telling old tales. Today's setup has the Al-Aqsa area over what many think was close to the Holy of Holies. But here's the real question. Experts argue the spot. Some suggest other spots for the old temple in the complex, but most tie it to the usual place by the Dome of the Rock. As the tale rolls on, some prophecy folks link it to end-time ideas in Daniel 9:27, with a deal starting offerings later stopped. But it's just a maybe, not a sure thing, urging thought over guesses. Sense that soft tug? It's belief crossing paths with the past. The Heifer's path from 2022 to 2026 matches alert gazes, yet it's a sign pushing us to ready our spirits. What if prepping this right calls to mind our own purity needs? Scholars point out Numbers 19's twist. The ashes clean the tainted, but briefly soil the pure. Even the ash handler gets unclean. It's among the Old Testament's oddest rites, a strong faith twist showing God's secrets past our grasp, like grace. In the past, temple rebuild tries, like in 363 AD, stumbled, revealing how our schemes meet God's plan. Story beat. Picture priests in white robes flowing, collecting cedar, hyssop, scarlet wool beneath wide skies. The mood buzzes with weight, but around it sparks careful talks. This look shows prophetic hints, not locked paths. Jewish bases boosted by Christian shadows. The heifer aiming past itself to Christ's saving act outside the gate, per Hebrews 13:12. Now dive deeper to the teaching's core. The red heifer's rules are exact. Numbers 19:2 wants a red cow, flawless, never yoked. Hebrew-wise, ADM root links Adam, human, Adam, red, Adama, ground, standing for death's cleanse, back to Eden wholeness in our fall. By old Jewish rules, these ashes key to readying priests and folks for temple duties resuming, not needed for building the temple, but its sacred work. From 2022 to now in 2026, heifers got modern help, DNA checks for pure, set spaces to skip flaws. This mix of old and new shows ancient ways fitting today. Symbolic depth unfolding. Deeper view. Temple Mount layout is tricky. Dig theories differ. Some say Holy of Holies spot allows other setups, but it's hotly argued, with experts citing Josephus giving varied takes. In prophecy, Ezekiel 40-48 pictures a grand future temple, some tie to last days, though views vary. Area-wise, lately months bring sharper notice. Army stances and talks show touchiness on holy spots. Groups set red lines on shifts, weighing faith heat with plan worries. Christian side calls for meekness. 2 Thessalonians 3-4 notes the lawless one in a temple, but tying to now is guesswork. But what happened next surprised many observers. What if the temple rises, but not for the Messiah folks await? Teaching goes on. Revelation 11 layers it. Temple measured, outer court to nations. Many future view folks link to Daniel 9:27, offerings cut mid-deal. Still, it's prophetic chance, not a guide. Christ as fulfillment? Fuller, the shadow stands out. The red heifer killed, burned outside camp, hints at Jesus pained beyond the gate. As Hebrews 13:12 says, so Jesus suffered outside the gate to make people holy by his blood. To early believers, no chance, it was shadow. The right aimed further, to bigger clean. Christ's offering endless wash past any ash. Feeling rise? Catch the awe? This skips dates, it's faith's call. Text part. Social spreads stories, live feeds grow groups, online pushes prayer and chat. In 2026 air, world trades eye energy paths, routes hit by unrest maybe. Reports note many side cases, but self-made or peace push? Clear insight. Maimonides saw 10th heifer with Messiah time in Jewish view. Christians spotted hinting Christ's comeback. Temple Talks shade this. No simple fixes, but deep queries. Film-like beat. See quiet Jerusalem hills at dawn. Priests in white, reddy cedar, hyssop, scarlet thread. The red heifer waits still as Numbers' words echo after ages. Sun's first light hits, long shadows fall, a freeze between past and maybe. Looking ahead, if right goes, could stir thoughts or tests. If stopped, maybe fresh talks. Money-wise, spring shakes might wave through oil, trade, but faith eyes see it handled via prayer. Wrapping our path, recall that Texas dawn on those red calves, now signs in Israel's land, tying old ashes to 2026's edge. We delved the red heifer's Hebrew ties, to ADM root, ground, cleanse, twist, balancing Jewish roots with Christian shadows, pointing to Christ's lasting wash in Hebrews 9 and gate suffering in 13. In spirit, it calls humble thought. Some spot prophetic maybes to a third temple or end shifts, but shaded, no sureties, just calls to watch, pray. Like Matthew 24:42, keep watch, since God's time rolls in mystery. What if ashes prepare hearts more than stones? What if strains bring surprise calm? Friends, it's faith wake-up, not fear. Sometimes prophecy skips future guesses. It's heart prep. Your step. Subscribe for more mystery dives. Hit the bell. Share with a truth seeker. Pray for insight, area peace, redemption's soft calls. What if next part shocks us? God bless.